Ladies and gentlemen, something extremely important is happening in crypto within 24 hours. And if you're not aware, let me tell you, Gary Gensler is going to be testifying before the Financial Committee and the U.S. House Financial Committee on Financial Services next Wednesday, which again is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And I've said this many times before, I personally think Gary Gensler is a snake. I've said it and I'll say it again. And if you don't agree with me, let me know down below why and who you're being paid by to say that. Anyway, in the crypto space, some very interesting things are going on. You might have seen it, but there are a multitude of bad actors in the space right now. For example, 𝗕𝗁𝗄𝗏 just got hacked for 5,000 Ethereum about a week after they changed their name to HTX, leading Binance to come out and say, hey, so you changed your name to something that looked a lot like FTX, and all of a sudden, $8 million is gone. And I find it peculiar that this man right here was not able to figure out Tron, 𝗕𝗁𝗄𝗏, exchange, HTX looked a lot like FTX. But that's besides the point. I saw an interesting article. Crypto exchange 𝗕𝗏𝗃 clarifies reason for halting withdrawals. I actually want to tell you guys about everything that's going on. It's going to be a juicy story. But before I move on, guys, make sure you press that like button. We are an army. You have to understand we're all in this together. Those likes help a ton to hopefully let these videos reach more people and also to show your support. It is extremely important that we get those likes as high as possible, and let's move on. As you might be able to see, I'm pretty hyped up because I think the news is pretty crazy today. So 𝗕𝗏𝗃 apparently is facing some very interesting issues with regards to aptos, as a lot of abnormal deposit attempts were detected, and basically people are trying to cheat with aptos a little bit right now. And to stay on that subject, talking about cheating, not talking about BitBoy, $200 million, I accidentally pressed, we're good. $200 million worth of crypto funds under attack on Mixin. Deposits have been suspended. And over on my Twitter, you'll find it also. Binance's CZ pointed out, another hack happened yesterday with Mixin. Not too familiar with it, it was hard to understand. A decentralized peer-to-peer network had a database, which when hacked can lose half of the user's assets. So this basically then means that it wasn't truly decentralized, but it's just a really confusing situation. But for the most part, it just shows that crypto is, well, it has its flaws, right? Well, at the end of the day, is it really, and this is a very important thing, is it really more flawed than cash is? It's a really good question. Senator 𝗕𝗏𝗪𝗏, whatever, a vocal Bitcoin critic, faces bribery charges involving cash and gold. And this is a very interesting point. They often look at crypto, look at these articles to say, you see, this is why crypto is bad. This is why we should ban it. This is why yada, yada, yada. But then refuse to look internally and see all these senators doing all this crazy stuff with their shell companies, with cash, with gold, or perhaps even with insider trading with stocks. Realistically, guys, think with me here. How can a senator earn $200,000 a year and be worth $200 million? It doesn't make sense to me. But for some reason, they refuse to take a look at that. It's a matter of, I'm only seeing crypto, and when it comes to my own business, I don't want to see it. But besides that point though, even though they keep trying to make crypto look bad, time and time again, when I look at these guys, they have bad things to say about crypto, which is why I so enjoy seeing Gary Gensler speak, because this man keeps convincing me these guys have a secret plan. They do not want you to make money. Otherwise, this puppet of a man would not be the pinnacle of crypto regulation, because it's laughably stupid the way they do things. Anyway, even though that's all ongoing, the investor confidence in crypto still, around this time, keeps on increasing. Crypto sees outflow for the 6th consecutive week, but XRP and Solana are gaining investor confidence. I think XRP is gaining more and more confidence, partially also because they're a properly regulated asset right now. So it would make a lot of sense if a lot of institutions that were a little bit afraid to get in first are now getting more and more confidence to do so, especially guys, especially because over on the Bitcoin field, things are getting better and better as well, making just investor confidence in crypto seem more of the move right now. I mean, MicroStrategy's just bought themselves another $150 million worth of Bitcoin. But what I'm mostly talking about here, guys, is BlackRock and all these guys going for their ETFs. It just shows there is a lot of demand over on the institutional side. And even though None of them have been approved just quite yet on the spot field. It is coming, right? We all know that. All it takes is time. We know the SEC can't deny it for too much longer. And we also understand the strategy of BlackRock, right? Push prices down while you're getting your own foot in the door to make your own bags pump more the moment that you want it to pump. I mean, these guys are not stupid. If you're managing $10 trillion, you're a master market manipulator. It just makes too much sense. These guys are not going to let go of billions upon billions upon billions of dollars because they want to be nice. No. BlackRock was not built on the foundation of being nice. They were built on the foundation of taking everything over. They're not going to let you keep your cryptos. That's not their plan. We saw Robert F. Kennedy Jr. talk about how BlackRock's idea is to take over all the family homes, basically, to make sure you own nothing. What makes you think they won't try to do that with any other asset, like, for example, Bitcoin? If they can, they keep and buy as much as possible and only loan it to you or only give you parts of it, but they're gonna control everything. It just makes too much sense. That's why some companies are bidding up against them. MicroStrategy is trying to get some. But again, it's funny enough, BlackRock's got a good share in MicroStrategy too. So at the end of the day, they're getting everything. Understand that. Especially because, really, from a macroeconomical perspective, guys, things are not doing too well. And crypto is a way out for a lot of these institutions that are overly exposed. The Fed's dream of a soft landing is facing a triple threat. And it's funny, when you look at the bottom right, you can see the number of articles mentioning the term soft landing. And it's gone from, almost never to stunning heights, thousands of articles. And the problem there is, if we take a look at all the major bubbles in history, slightly before they popped, we saw the amount of times they mentioned a soft landing spike. And right now, the amount of times we're seeing soft landing being mentioned is higher than ever before. And so I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but you can kind of see what could quickly happen after this because of how crazy the speculation with regards to it is. You can see this article. I'm not logged into my CNBC, but it's okay. What's soft landing? Stocks are acting like there's a rough road ahead. Again, the masses actually are not fully aware of what's about to come. Those high up on the higher echelons, though, they understand this game. Take a look at this article right here. Stock market a crash, bankruptcy filings soar to dangerous levels. Again, you're not being warned because they do not want you to be warned. But in reality, the finances of things, they're in a really crazy spot. It's the truth. And if we're backing it up to like the 2007, 2008, 2009 numbers, they are pretty damn similar what we're seeing right now. And so can we really blame these guys for going for an alternate class, like, for example, crypto? And can we then blame a lot of these senators and things like that for being so heavily against it when they're noticing this paradigm shift? When they're noticing their control is being swept away from them? Again, guys, I'm not the one to tell you that crypto is 100% safe. That would be stupid for me to say. Because again, articles like this, they come out way too often. Articles like this, they come out way too often. And articles like this right here, like the 𝗕𝗄𝘃 hack, they come out way too often. But on an opposite side, I'll also be real with you. Articles like this with these senators are doing some really shady stuff with cash, stocks, gold, whatever. They're not really too much rarer. I mean, really, I think if you ask any person out there and ask them, do you think senators are doing some crazy insider trading and doing some shady stuff with cash or with information that they're not supposed to do anything with? I think 99% of people will tell you, probably they are. Nobody's sitting there thinking, you know what? Most likely all these senators, all these guys higher up are following the rule book correctly. And they turned $200,000 a year into a couple $100 million because, you see, nobody can make up this stuff. Again, tomorrow, very interesting hearing. I don't think we're going to get out of this what we want, which would be for just a full-on expose. My predictions, though, I'm going to put them out there, is that we will, again, get a little grilling session of Gary Gensler. They're going to be asking him some questions with regards to his approach to crypto, which hopefully will contradict some of his earlier opinions, and we can use that for some cool clips and compilations, because right now we're stacking these videos from Gensler, where on the one hand, he's saying, hey, crypto is going to do this and that in a positive way. On the opposite end right now, there's like a 5-year gap here. He's starting to say the exact opposite of everything he said 5 years ago. If we keep collecting clips where he's just straight up lying or changing his mind, hopefully at some point he'll also get an investigation. We can only hope as of this point, but I do believe it's going to happen. And I think a lot of people, again, my own personal thoughts, a lot of people are going to be jailed eventually for some really shady things that are happening here. But again, all we can do as of this point is just hope, look at the facts and spread them out like jam on a nice piece of bread. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you press that like button. And of course, guys, join the Discord. We're a family here. We're an army. Our main goal is to take over the crypto space and make a million millionaires. So make sure you join that Discord, join the group, join the chat, start chatting in there, hopefully make some friends, hopefully learn some better ways to make money or get further into crypto. I don't know. Just join the Discord. Link is down below. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video somewhere later today.